Hi friends, Will here. Well, I took the jump and got myself a home away from home. And here it is, a beautiful 2021 Ford Transit Extended high roof. Hi guys, well, I've gotten started on the interior of my van. I'm starting by pulling off these wall panels so that I can put good insulation behind it. And as you can see, I've just started. So I'm gonna get back to work, and the next time you see her, she'll be completely interior wallless. Olaf is completely cleared of the installation walling, and I've got my Killmat all delivered and ready to go, so I'm going to start my sound deadening installation today. My Thinsulate should be delivered tomorrow, and that'll be the next step. But to start with, let's get some Killmat going. Hey guys, so here we go. Gonna start with the sound deadening. Got my roller delivered, which is a very important element of putting this in. You don't want to just stick it on the wall and then leave it be at that. You want to definitely roll it and make sure that there's no air pockets and good adherence to the side walls and stuff. So with that said, let's get started. Okay, so this is Killmat. You can see that it's textured, and that's what we'll be rolling out to make sure that all the air bubbles are out and so on. All right, so there you go. This is not as much insulation as it is sound deadening. It will turn this kind of tin can sound into a more solid sound. And then of course, when we're rolling, we won't have quite so much road noise. All right. So this is the roller that I got. Let's get that where we can get it in focus here. And you can see that it's got a little bit of a texture itself, but that'll be for rolling out these air pockets. Okay, so I got the first Killmat up, and that's what it looks like. I will be cutting and putting smaller pieces up here. You don't have to get every inch with this because again, it's not insulation, it's just sound deadening. So what you're doing here pretty much is going to be putting that on anything that is directly on the outside wall, if that makes sense. Not on these, not any support braces and so on, but up in here as well, down in here, in these kind of nooks and crannies and so on, of course. And then I'll put some down in the very, very bottom there. Okay, so you're getting a good idea of how the Killmat goes on. I've got both sides just of that main one done, and I'll put more strips on the top and the bottom a little bit too. I bought extra Killmat and I want to use it because I really want to deaden the sound in here if at all possible. All right, guys, I will probably show you pretty close to finished product next, so stay tuned. Bye, guys. So one of the things I wanted to show you is the difference that the sound deadening panels make on the inside, which you'll see in just a moment. But I'm going to go ahead and tap where I've already put some panels in, and then I'll tap the door down here, which I haven't put anything in yet, and you'll probably be able to tell the difference between the two. Here we go. Pretty solid. And now for the door. I hope you can hear that. It's real hollow, more of a tin can sound, some reverberation. With this, not at all. So the sound deadening, which is really important to me because I'll have my workstation in the van, I'll be doing audio and so on. So the sound deadening was a very important element, and as you'll see, I really put some panels in here. So I should be good to go. And like I mentioned, I'll be getting started on the installation later today. So let's go ahead and take a quick look at the Killmat installation, which is the sound deadening panels. Here we go. Okay, we're gonna take a step inside the van. Please realize this is kind of my workstation too, so I definitely have quite a bit of stuff on the floor and all, but hey, we're under construction, right? Here we go. Okay, so here we have the Killmat installation, and as I said, I really went all out. I really wanted to have this well sound deadened for my narrations and so on. And you might even be able to tell already from my narration in here, the sound is much better. It's not hollow, it's not reverberating, it's very good. I haven't seen any videos that quite did it to the extent that I've done it, although I'm sure there are others that have prioritized this, but this is another example of how this really makes a difference. You won't really be able to tell because you hadn't heard it before, but just know this is kind of a tinny looking bulkhead, but here we go. So that's nice and deadened, and that's more for the road noise element of it all. Both of my wheel wells, let's see if I can get this to come down here, are completely Killmatted, and that really made a big difference when I was driving on the road. So. Okay, so step number one, complete. Maybe step number two, because I had to remove all the existing wall panels in here, but got my sound deadening on, and the next thing you'll be seeing is installation of the insulation. I did use thin slate. It's all natural, no animal cruelty, no anything. It's all kind of a better choice in my opinion than wool or anything that brings unhealthy chemicals into the van. Although I will need to spray adhesive, and of course that does have a chemical element. But I bought my mask, safety first, so I'll be wearing safety goggles and a good aeration mask for being able to breathe. All right, guys. I'm going to go ahead and get back to work now. I'll see y'all real soon. So on the passenger side, all I've done here is put up the initial panels of insulation. They went in real well. got the spray adhesive in. They're definitely stuck on nice and securely. And then what I've done beyond that, so I did that on this side as well, but then what I've done is covered it with a second full sheet all the way down to that part of the ribbing there, all the way to the forward part of the cabin, of course. And then down in here, I've got the first layer of insulation in. I am going to do a second layer. I did get some extra Thinsulate so that I could double insulate some of the areas of the wall, and then of course the ceiling. So on the ceiling I've just still got the, or not still, but I have the panels covered except for this part where I'm going to put my fan. So okay, as mentioned, the insulation is all but completed, both sides. Just needing to get a little bit more done on the roof and right above the door back there. And the floor has been pulled. I'm letting it dry out a little bit before I sweep it out and so on, but I'll get it nice and clean. Then I'll put some primer on any scratches or anything that looks like it could potentially become rust down the road. Literally, I like that, down the road. And so I'll be completely prepped and ready for the mini cell. So, slow but sure. So as you can see, I'm getting ready for the floor, getting it all cleaned up. I'm gonna mop it out next, and then use a little bit of primer on. There's a few spots that just seem like they could turn into trouble, so might as well get them now. Insulation done, looks great, feels great. We're coming along nicely. So here we go on the floors. We'll be starting with the mini cell strips, putting them in all of the little valleys down here. And then I will be laying the Thinsulate layer, very thin layer that will help keep the water out. And then a top layer of the mini cell, and then the plywood, which I've already picked up. Let's see, it's right there. So, well on our way. Okay, I've got the first layer of the floor insulation in, the mini cell, and as you can imagine, there was a lot of cutting involved here and a lot of measuring and stuff. So, it's not the prettiest layer that you'll ever see, but it's definitely filling in all of the little valleys on the floor. So, and that's going to be really important for the stability of the floor once I get the plywood in and all. So, I'm a happy boy. That was a lot of work. On to the next step. Hi everybody. I'm just kind of starting out with a wide angle so you can get a full scale perspective. And let me now switch it over here so you can see a little more detail. I have the plywood flooring in. I have the gaps pretty much where I want them, and none of, no gaps that are going to be problematic because I'll be putting in a real good construction grade insulation foam, and it's going to fill in all of these gaps beautifully and give adherence, if you will, with the plywood floor and the side of the van. It won't be going anywhere. Okay, all of these little marks you see are the pocket holes. I just got everything done today on all of the pocket holes and pocket screws and so on and so forth. So that's what makes it into pretty much one solid piece of plywood interior now. Very, very sturdy. The next thing I'll be doing is that spray, and then my first decorating choice, I suppose, and that will be the vinyl panels that I get. I'm looking at the Gorilla brand. Looks like it's a real hardy type of vinyl flooring, and that's what I'm looking for. So I may very well go with them. I'll surprise you with the finished product once I get it all in, but anyhow, just wanted to kind of quickly check in with you, let you know where I'm at with the build. And I've got 1 month to go, pretty much. It's the end of July, and end of August is when I roll. Not fully completed, but enough to where I can start living out of it. And so I've got work to do, but I'm setting a good pace, and I'm very confident with the help of my good friend Greg, my landlord and friend, as far as the equipment and so on to get this done. So making progress. I'm at a bit of a milestone in terms of the van build, so I wanted to check in with you all at this point. And what's happening is that I have completed the subflooring, all of the insulation layers, the plywood, the spray foam on the sides. It's all ready to go, and my flooring is due tomorrow morning. So I'm definitely right on schedule. I'm going to go ahead and put in some footage now to show you what it looks like. Well, look at this. Quite a bit of progress. I've begun the framing. I've got the floor completed. And the cedar for my roof, which is very expensive, guys. But it is in the process of being ordered, so. Hey, everyone. Well, as you can see, progress has been made. I've got my floors, of course. My walls are just looking so damn good. I picked out the color for those. It's kind of a gray off tone to go with the siding that I put in. So yeah, we're doing real good. And I'm about 2.5 weeks from moving out of my current, and so time is getting tight, but we're making great progress. Much thanks to my dear friend Greg, who's been helping not only with the tools to make this happen, but also putting in some labor as well. Only as a favor. He's a good friend. Okay. Good morning. Oh, it's a gorgeous morning today. It was pretty darn hot the last few, and so this has been real nice. So it's getting serious, guys. I'm going to be drilling a hole in the top of my roof. Time to put the fan in. So I'm excited, and I'm a little nervous. Let's see how it goes. I know it'll go well. See you in a few.